those defensive rebounds much more secure for OKC. Going to be an illegal screen, I believe, out top.
Nope. Now a technical foul on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He thought he was pushed by Jokic. Jokic knocked down Hartenstein to the ground, and that's what the personal foul was. But then the technical called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But Gilgeous-Alexander saying he was reacting, but you can't throw the ball off another player, and Jason Gold will tease him up.
He's frustrated by the level of contact he thinks he gets from Jokic. But you're 100%. He's a step ahead.
Jokic with the triple-double, his 22nd of the season and 186th of his career. And then McCain on the other end scores. And Jokic hits the deck. He doesn't like it. Gets in the face of Dort. Jalen Williams comes in. And Jokic and Jalen Williams do battle. Now the coaches come in along with some teammates to break things up. Jokic and Jalen Williams face to face right now. This started early. Jokic and Gilgeous-Alexander got into it a little bit after the whistle about 4 minutes into the game. Gilgeous-Alexander was given a technical. Jokic was not. But there have been several times tonight officials have stopped several members of the Thunder.
Go back to the early exchange with Dort. So let's watch this ensue up the floor. Oh, yeah. Dort goes over out of his way, and this is what gets the reaction from Jokic.
It's right in the face of Dort. Jalen Williams comes in. And you see the intensity there in the eyes of Jokic. And the officials, along with the replay center, will take a long look at this to see where the technical fouls will occur.
Is what started this, and then the pushing ensues.
And you wonder, too, now Jokic, he's just trying to get Jalen Williams off of him as his arm kind of swung around. Didn't look like he threw a punch, but that's what the officials are going to look at.
Look at his eyes. I mean, the intensity pouring off him like...
From that distance.
Remember, he played 23 games with Chicago this season. He was waived by the Bulls. And he's doing some good work here in Orlando. Luka free throw time. 5 out of 7. And this is another one, his third. James with 10, 4, and 2 tonight. He's only shot it 8 times. Hasn't made a 3.
I think in the fourth quarter you'll see LeBron be a little bit more assertive. Does a great job of picking and choosing when he wants to attack.
Now Luka's season high in assists this year came against this Orlando team back in LA when he had 15. Well, Luka, this might be fan interaction. Oh, is it Goga?
I think it's Goga.
Oh, it is Goga.
Yeah,
Look at him.
It's Goga.
Yeah, they're jawing at each other. Goga's been in a few conversations tonight. Yeah, it's Goga comes down the floor.
Oh, they're double technical. Double technical, so Luka will be suspended for a game.
Yep. You knew it was going to happen. Well, you didn't know, but you thought it would. So Luka Doncic now has reached the limit. And he will be suspended.
As he comes up the floor, he and Goga still chirping at each other.
Did we not say it was boiling over? We just had a feeling about that one. So the double technical, they stay on the floor. Nobody shoots free throws.
Nets can manage the clock here at the end of the third quarter. Drive and foul for the Clippers. That's their last one to give. Isaiah Jackson and Najee Marshall all of a sudden nose to nose.
I saw a push out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't see who pushed who.
Might be double technicals.
Yep, just to calm things down.
That's the call.
Yep. Well, Najee don't take a lot of smoke. They're pointing in the back. You know what that means.
And there was still talking between Jackson and Marshall.
Can I borrow some money for the vending machine back there? Is that
already double technicals? There was the first push.
Yes.
Now you don't believe in that.
Slam dunk champion with that rebound. Fontecchio doesn't get that default. G.G. Jackson with the rebound. Simone Fontecchio into the game. And you're referring to Keyshawn Johnson. And Pippen hits the three. Oh, wow. Man. And this has spilled over into the corner.
And the problem was, if we go back and see that the three that Scottie Pippen Jr. took, after he shot the three, he took a hit from the back. After he shot the three, and he intended, after that happened, he went directly to Gardner after that happened.
So everybody separated and the crowd booing. But Pippen hit the three.
But look at,
watch Gardner here. He bumped him from behind. Pippen went down.
not a, you know, a bit of a cheap play, but watch how Pippen comes at him here in the corner. Boom, left corner there. Wow, went right at him. Well, he felt like he got punked, I guess, by Myron Gardner there, but he didn't really hit him that hard. Here it is again, left corner.
Oh, this is the best angle. Oh, Pippen Jr. just going right at Gardner. And the home crowd now responding to the same.
Nice physicality right there from Carrington. Jameer, throw it up. Wow!
That has been the best offense the entire night for the Wizards. Getting it out the mud on the defensive end, running the other way.
Jameer's on the deck as the Wizards want something called. As Aaron Holiday, the former Wizard, gets the layup. Jameer is not happy. And him and Eason
that should not be
words.
anything called. There should be nothing called on Jameer.
As Eason is being ushered over to his side of the floor.
The play is over with.
As Eason is now talking to Champagnie.
Now what's going to happen? Jameer getting pulled into this drama, possibly with a technical foul, and he did nothing wrong.
Hopefully cooler heads will prevail as the officials will caucus, as both teams will go to their respective benches.
Yeah, ain't nothing soft about Jameer. You want him to just sit there and take it and still get a tech? Let's take a look at it right here. That's the first push. Already should have been a blown whistle. Tech right there. And so you let it play on. Okay, it's the officials.
You see Brian Keefe with his hands up like, call something.
So you let it play on. Now look, you let him do it again. Now Jameer is supposed to get a tech. I mean, he has to protect himself.
Well, first of all, he should not get any technical. He was pushed twice by Tari Eason.
I'm telling you how this goes.
What you supposed to do? Just let a man just keep pushing you like that? I think the officials should have jumped in the very first time.
There you go.
When Jameer got pushed to the ground.
There you go. But did they?
We have a technical foul on Trae Young for running on the court, and he's been ejected.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Can't get him on the court, though.
We have a defensive foul on Houston, and the play is being reviewed to see if it's potentially flagrant.
Trae Young hasn't even played a game yet for the Wizards.
Hey, but this is...
Can't do that.
And he's just as mad as I am, correct?
Pistons have 21 points on those giveaways. Zealous, no. Durant gets grabbed by Richards and a foul.
Then he dropped the ball on him.
And that's going to be a technical on Durant.
Yeah, he dropped the ball on Richards.
I'm sure Nick didn't take too kindly to that.
There's the leadership of Cade Cunningham. Watch this. He knew what he did. He looked right at him. Watch him. He looks down, and then he drops it on top of him, right in his face.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. Come on now.
It's a little salt in the wound, to say the least. Richards was upset. You know, Coro helped settle him down. Then you saw Cade Cunningham kind of get in the way and grab Duran to make sure nothing escalated.
Well, and you know, the coach shouldn't really be saying anything to him. Your player was the one who initiated it. You know, you should be talking to your player. Your player got into a brawl against, you know, the Hornets a couple of days ago. You know, doing that kind of stuff. You don't do that kind of stuff. That's disrespectful. You don't drop a ball on the guy's face. But there's ways of getting those guys back within the game and the rules.
Manson. Yeah, he's going to be a star, right? Star.
Oh, Westbrook shoves De'Aaron Fox. Didn't like Tyler Ford in the foul call. Shoved De'Aaron. A technical foul has been assessed to Westbrook. Doug Christie out on the floor, trying to talk with Tyler Ford. Victor's going to shoot the tee. Westbrook was not happy at the start of this game. On the first play, guys, he thought he got fouled, and after the first timeout, he went and was not the team huddle and was talking with the officials. He's been on the officials all night.
He had to get tied up a little bit, and there's a foul. And then Russell Westbrook with the push. And if you're Doug Christie there, Coach, what are you telling the officials?
Team alive. Starts with the dribble penetration. De'Aaron Fox doing a great job.
Good look. Pushing now. Keldon Johnson.
Here we go.
Jalen Duran.
Well, good thing Isaiah B. Stu's not out here. He would have ran.
But give the Detroit coaching staff a lot of credit because they flew off the bench here.
They can't afford to lose any more guys, especially that guy right there. But all right, though, look at Cade nodding that head. All right, that's a different animal right there, folks. Be careful. Poke the bear. The bear might come out. I mean, here we go right here. The touch, the feel.
You're just locked up. Just the two-hand discard.
So the officials will look at this for
and you know what?
Hostile act.
Keldon Johnson did nothing wrong there. You're not about to push my guy and then stand over him. Like, I don't know what you think's going on. Especially as a vet. That's one of their young stars right there in Castle. You got to protect him. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. You don't let somebody just push one of your teammates and then walk over him.
Here's James
Following
Williams.
the offensive foul, there is a dead ball technical foul on San Antonio's Calvin Johnson. Detroit's Durant. Those technical fouls.
Well, yeah, he got it for the finger. The finger point got him.
San Antonio ball side out.
Fair play.
But that's well officiated. Right?
Nothing for Cunningham except the offensive foul.
I'm surprised by that one, but
yeah, it's going to be his third foul.
Now Derek up against Oubre, who held him. And then the shove, and that'll probably be a tee on Drummond. You'd have to think. Barlow.
And I love what DeAndre Jordan did.
Don't go there.
But it's also, you know what? Don't mess with my rook like that.
Right. Yeah, the elder statesman, you saw the stiff arm that DeAndre Jordan gave Barlow, like, enough.
Because Barlow came running over.
Right, enough, buddy.
What'd you say, Joe?
Enough.
Enough, buddy.
Right. Well, hey, AJ's here, isn't he?
No.
Is he watching tonight?
No. No, he's not.
I know, but he's watching.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my buddy, AJ, your son. There you go. Now they're going to look at it. If you have reservations, get comfortable.
Technical foul be assessed to Andre Drummond for dead ball contact. No further penalties after that.
Thank you.
I just go back to the game where he got posted twice, and it didn't seem to affect him at all. Durant to Şengün, spinning and fouled hard by Westbrook.
Russ felt like Alp hooked him with the elbow, and Russ took exception and went and pushed him. He's talking to Gucci, the referee, right now. And look at Durant. Kevin's spicing it up. You see that troll-like smile right there. Oh, goodness. You can imagine what those Oklahoma City practices were like back in the day.
Man, what a squad they had back in those days.
Hey, the one-legger's a thing. That one-legger is official now.
And DeRozan with a shove on Şengün. They're over the limit. So Şengün's going to go back to the free throw line. But Reed Sheppard hit 6 threes earlier this season in Denver, back on December the 20th, and then had a 6-3 game last April in L.A. against the Clippers.
Look at this.
And he is certainly making the most of his first ever homestart, making it a memorable one with his 20 points and 6 of 11 shooting from 3.
After review, it has been determined that the contact by DeRozan is unnecessary. Therefore, the ruling on the floor has been upgraded from a common foul to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. It'll be 2 shots for Houston. It'll be Houston ball, side out.
Well, sometimes you got to send a message. I mean,
and that's why he did it. So he's
yeah.
going to take the fine. He'll do it. DeMar's not someone that gets heavy texts.
You see Royal Ivy there, the assistant coach. You got Fred Van Vliet over there to the left.
And Powell, Traore. Nice move. Can't get the scoop to go. Robinson's got it for the Knicks. Ahead to Brunson. Trying to find Robinson, and he got fouled by Traore, who took a really hard fall. And the Nets going to his aid, and here come the coaches. Nets took exception to the way Robinson collided with Traore. You take a look.
Here it is. Traore did the right thing, right? Don't let follow Robinson, right? Don't worry about that. But then a little extra from Mitchell Robinson, and then...
Yeah, I didn't like the way he stood over him.
Stood over him.
Nets teammates coming over as well. And there's our guy getting in the middle.
Malik doing a great job.
Going to review the play to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul. Also a player altercation.
Well, there might have been a player off the bench here.
Yeah, they did. Yep, that's it.
Traore tried to brace himself. He might have grabbed Robinson and then...
Well, I don't think that's a flagrant foul on Traore in any way.
Yeah, no.
He's just going up there as a smart foul.
Danny Wolf going to the aid of his teammate as Robinson was standing over Traore. He's claiming it was touched by Anunoby, and it was. And then Anunoby and Claxton shoving each other. And they're both going to get teed up. But the Nets are claiming Claxton didn't do anything.
What
Kind of knocked the arm off, and then Anunoby pushed him.
I tell you what.
And a double shot.
Going to review the play for a player altercation. I just saw from a distance. It didn't look like he did anything. But let's...
I tell you what. Claxton's just kind of walking over, isn't he? He didn't provoke anything.
Yeah, I mean, he had his arm out, and Anunoby, he kind of moved Anunoby's arm.
You said road weary, and I'm like, you're right. They're out the arm road weary.
Son's like a bad word.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard that. That's my first thought. Jaden just picked the pocket of Booker, and now a timeout for Chris Finch. And Jaden kind of throws the ball at Booker, and Booker will throw it back. And nice job by Suyash Mehta there. I think
that feud goes way back.
Yeah, it does.
We're talking about 2-3 years ago, too, that there's been a lot of pettiness between Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, and Jaden McDaniels, mainly Booker and Daniels.
After review, there's no actions that rise to the level of unnecessary or unsportsmanlike. There's no ruling on the play. There's nothing to call a technical foul on.
Then let him do it. The hottest team in the NBA remains on fire. Atlanta. They've won 10 straight. And we have some chippiness at center court. Jett Howard. And Dyson Daniels getting in there to mix it up.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
These are two Southeast Division rivals. This one's been chippy throughout. And that's how it ends.
I'm about to go grab Jett.
124, 112, the final score. There are a number of Magic players that are already in the locker room.
There we go.
Guarded by Jones. Chua flicks the screen. DeRozan rejects it. Sees two. Shot clock down to 5.
Westbrook alone for three. Butter. Ruthless, restless, Russ. Count him up.
Ty Lue.
Westbrook is upset.
Yeah. What is going on here?
Ty Lue calling the timeout right as he was going up into the free throw shot.
Yeah, the refs got to get control of this one here.
Yeah, and Doug Christie not happy with that one either.
You saw Russ's reaction here, Katie, right?
He was not happy.
2, 3. Harder. As we get a late whistle here.
Oh, dear, yeah.
Nate Clifford tonight. 4 rebounds, 4 assists.
What is happening?
What's going on here?
Is he get
a tech?
Oh my God.
Russell Westbrook just got a technical foul. And he's having some words with Robert Hussey.
Oh my goodness. Listen, we are so far away from the floor, we cannot even tell you what's happening right now. We are seeing this and dissecting it with all of you. I do not think that Russ has been super pleased with how the last 2 or so minutes of this game has been officiated and the calls that have been made in terms of how Ty Lue has managed the game from his perspective. And Russ is John a little bit.
Yeah. You know, this is a team Russ used to play for, too. It always means a little more to him.
It always means a little bit more. And
he's still talking.
Yes, he is.
Him and Chris Dunn.
Russ is cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, Chris Dunn, last time we were here, got into it with Russ.
But they're back on top as far as being 500, 33-32 with a monster win and a monster game from Kawhi Leonard.
Wait, think about this too. Playing this well basketball-wise, getting things done, and the Energizer Bunny is not even in the building with the uniform on, which is John Collins, and we have a little extracurricular activity, and that's Benedict Mathurin right there. Nas Reed was involved in that as well.
Well, the Wolves have lost 3 in a row. There's frustration. The Clippers above 500. There's a lot of positive energy that way.
And there's probably some back and forth going on through the course of the game that sometimes the camera doesn't catch.
So the road trip continues into Golden State and Oklahoma City, pushing and shoving at midcourt after the game. After the horn is sounded, Jaden McDaniels is in the middle of this. Did not see what started this, but you hate to see that kind of thing escalate, especially after the game.
Benedict Mathurin's in the middle of it.
Cooler heads have finally prevailed.
So they're going after the game ball right here. Nas Reed trying to get it away from Benedict Mathurin, and then you see the shoving starts. Jaden McDaniels is the wrong person if you're Benedict Mathurin that you want to get in a dust-up with.
So the Pels about to go 7-3 over the previous 10. Shed tried to take it away. Now shot clock all the way down on DeJounte. 3-ball. Got it! And it's going to be a technical. Yep, technical foul coming up. So Shed did everything he could, but DeJounte still got the triple. It's unfortunate. And DeJounte is right below him as he finished the 3.
What DeJounte was saying when he was running back, what he's saying when he was running back is he thought Shed tried to grab him. What he's saying is he tried to grab me.
So much for the good feelings we had on the return of Brandon Ingram. But, he came across.
No, I don't know what he's. I don't know what.
Well, he came across the whack.
Right,
before.
and honestly, that's where you can say the foul should have been called.
Right, but they let it go.
Right. Everybody here right now. Look at everybody in this arena right now. Everybody is standing up. The way DeJounte Murray plays the game.
Well, the one thing that DeJounte was trying to say, he fouled me.
Trying to make it 5 straight wins. Alexander Walker can't hit, and Daniels there for the tip. Doc Rivers needs another timeout. An 18-point Atlanta lead. Well, Jay, you said it. Just no one puts a body on Dyson Daniels, and then frustration spills over for Giannis in the aftermath. Boom. And that is a technical foul.
Although a very good throwing motion.
Yeah. Spring training has started.
Pitchers reporting.
Yes.
Isolation basketball. Here comes the takeaway. You can see DeJounte. He's going to take a half hour. Make him pay. Ooh. Wow. What was that all about?
He didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, but
Ben Mathurin was just going up to try and get the basketball.
Right. You saw DeJounte. You know, you're so vulnerable when you go up.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, he was just trying to get the ball.
Wow. Yeah, but I understand that. But there's a way to go off to the side. Now fortunately, it was a soft landing that he broke his fall.
We played 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Not a free throw. We do have substitution, though. Miami is going to bring... We're still talking. Durant and Herro. We told you last year there's a dust-up between Herro and Ahmed Thompson. Durant wasn't even on that team last year, but he still got beef with Herro.
Wow, I mean, something was said that Durant didn't like. You had a break in the play right there as officials went to the scoreboard to review that play. You come out. Durant was walking away. Tyler Herro said something, and immediately Durant turns back and says, "Excuse me." See, right there, he didn't like whatever Tyler Herro was saying. And Durant needs to stay in this game for the Rockets.
Double technical, which means you do not shoot. But if you get another technical, you're done. So both Herro and Durant will have to mind their P's and Q's the rest of the way.
Yeah, and coaches will have to remind those guys, hey,
don't go pulling on Superman's cape. Freshly into the game, the guy who was named for Superman's birth name, Kel'el Ware, hits a three-pointer.
He can do that, and Ime Udoka says, hey, guys, KYP, know your personnel. Ware is into the game, and immediately unguarded, he knocks down the 4th three for the Heat.
Houston calls a timeout. Now for a quick word from T-Mobile.
Mathurin sees some daylight. Mathurin fouled by McDaniels. And Dante's exception. And now we have a scuffle under the basket.
This did not start on this possession in the third quarter. This started with the interaction that happened with McDaniels on Dunn in transition. Mathurin trying to take McDaniels in transition in the second quarter. And trust me, the 15 minutes at halftime did nothing to disperse the bad blood between these two teams.
The tie-up, you see Chris Dunn come in, take an exception to the hard foul, and some pushing and shoving and grabbing.
There was a game earlier this year that Chris Dunn got thrown out of against the Lakers very early in the season on a play similar like this. The play had been broken, but Chris Dunn showing up, standing up for his teammate.
Listen, that for our viewers at home, that may have been the most disappointed look that you have given me ever.
I'll tell you what, if there's not any other official other than Kevin Cutler
that can hold somebody back.
Valentunas is going wild. Kevin Cutler is the MVP of the game right now because somebody would have been hurt. And I mean that as Valentunas is big and strong, and cooler heads have prevailed. My goodness.
Yeah. Kevin Cutler might be holding his back right there after this. Okay, so you got Niederhauser. Okay, that's Mathurin coming in for his partner. And then look at Kevin. So, you know, the smart thing about Kevin Cutler, he knew
this altercation is under review.
He had to go control Valentunas. Why did you just shake your head and look away from it? You know what I'm saying? You know what makes him such an awesome individual?
What's that, Chip?
His love for cigars.
No.
See?
I'm okay for that one.
See?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I thought he went to Ohio like you did.
No, I went to Ohio State.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I always get that one
See,
wrong.
no, you don't. So, what do you think comes out of this?
I gotta be honest. To me, it's much ado about nothing.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Valentunas, so I want to say that.
Right.
Gill gets inside, counted.
Old school power forward moves right there. Anthony Gill get into a jump stop and a hook.
And Champagnie and Jalen Williams are having words. Champagnie pushed A.J. Mitchell. And we have a Donnybrook here on the baseline. Punches were thrown. You see Anthony Gill in there, Wizard security.
And I'm telling you, Justin Champagnie is not the one to play with. You see A.J. Mitchell still wants to fade.
As he's being grabbed by...
That's the first bump, second bump, third bump. Now watch A.J. Mitchell come out of nowhere.
And he got pushed in the face there by Champagnie. And then that thing escalated quickly. You see Nate Green, the official, grabbing Champagnie all the way over to the Hennessy Loft sign.
And I tell you, Nate Green came in there and saved the day because that right jab almost connected to the cheek of A.J. Mitchell.
Credit the coaching staffs and the securities that come over to try to get both of these guys away from each other. A.J. Mitchell literally falls into our Wizards camera. Watch official Nate Green. He sees it right away. I'm with you, Drew. Nate Green de-escalated that situation quickly by getting Champagnie out of there.
Oh, that was a mush right there. And that's what got A.J. Mitchell ticked off. He wanted to get his lick back and win. You see Nate Green, official 41 right there, stepping in, saved the day because it could have got crazy. And you see Anthony Gill in there trying to break.
Williams pushing Gill. That's not a smart idea. But at this